top of the key. Riley outside, finds DGL cross court, and he gets it to go again. Here's Yakuchonis inbounding with it now. Riley catches the three, drains it.
3 points, Illinois!
That was a very good shot. He came off that pin down, ready to shoot, hands ready, feet ready, and knock it down.
Catch and shoot, proven to be Brad Underwood coach squad. Underwood known for being able to coach defense. Here's Yakuchonis outside, finding Riley wide open for the tray. He has legs cut out from under him, but it doesn't matter.
That's a great shot, great focus.
Yakuchonis corrals his fifth board of the game. Dre Gibbs Lawhorn from way behind the arc. Riley there to corral it. Reverse and one! Player in the 2025 recruiting class. Consensus topster with a nice find to Curtis. Curtis is having a nice game. Gets rejected by Merez Johnson. Booth corrals the board. Riley with the heat check. Listen to this crowd. With that, we take a we're gonna stay here. Riley just unable to miss and been impressive tonight for the Panthers. Will Riley takes a fade away and he gets it to fall. Can this guy miss?
Been almost 2 years since he played in game action. Coach Baroni said he's going to get into a little bit better shape and will be a big difference maker for us. Riley catch and shoot, he got it, +1.
Baker coming out, you got a big that's trying to close out. Those big guys have a hard time breaking down.
Well, Riley only gets set for a second, gets the finish and the foul. An old-fashioned three-point play. The other end of it coming up here after the break. But Will O'Reilly challenging Vassell. Will O'Reilly, look at the moves from Riley and a sweet finish there by the freshman. But he has been one that has been willing to adapt the roster overhaul. Will O'Reilly, one of those products of that overhaul, and another three-pointer. Will O'Reilly.
Boo and Bam Bam will have a podcast one day soon. Riley, a really deep three for the freshman. This guy is lights out. He came into the game shooting, get this, 63% from the three-point line.
You know, every possession, you can't take a possession off, especially when you get into conference.
Alley-oop to Riley for the slam. Timeout, Little Rock. 13 unanswered.
10 points off the bench for Billy Richmond III. Arkansas now down by 9. And Riley quiet thus far. Will Riley, major recruit. Great range though. There it is. 15 to shoot. Ball fake. Riley got a great feel. Nice trap. They read that beautiful. Nice look for Yakuchonis. Plan, but right here, just a terrific look. Patience. Don't turn it over. That's what Arkansas does. They.
Jonas, Vicic, and now Riley, the open man. Riley penetrates all the way to the rim.
Well, now you're getting guys, because Vicic has made a couple of these threes, you're getting guys rotating. Northwestern with some indecision.
Caney left hand, no good. Follow, no good. Numbers for the Illini. Riley, Euro step. Got it.
This game is not for the weak.
About 30% from the three. He can shoot it, but I want to see him attack the basket just like that.
McCoy can't get it. Ball tipped around. Johnson has it. Here come the orange and blue. Riley down the lane. That's the violent type of drives that Brad Underwood wants to see. That's a brutal stretch for a power conference team in the month of December.
And you could tell Coach Underwood loves it.
He does.
He loves it. He said, we want to face adversity. We want to get knocked down. We want to see what these guys are made of, because you know it's coming in the Big Ten schedule as well.
We didn't talk really a whole lot about this young man right here, Will Riley. That's his first basket of the game.
Under a minute now, as A.J. Redd, who came into the game, just handled for a moment for Illinois. Riley. Maybe that'll get him going for the Huskies coming up.
Riley somehow got it to Johnson and one.
It wasn't a thing of beauty. They have a double-double by the time it's all said and done. White all by himself for 2. That's pretty. You get got a career-high 12 going. Riley pops, finally makes a bucket.
Shot clock winding down, 5 to shoot. Riley with a spin move. Riley inside, and he's able to finish.
How about the job of coming under control? Don't follow assignments. You lose by 30 points, and that's what we've seen today from Indiana.
Tough shot goes down for Riley.
That is ranked number 12 in the country.
Well, with this Spartans team, the sum of the whole is greater than the individual parts, and that's Will Riley, the outstanding freshman, taking it right to the hoop, and he'll have a chance for 3.
So Will Riley made his first 2 career starts in the 2 games recently that top scorer and their best player picked up a second early whistle less than 3 minutes into the game, so they continue to play without him. Riley buries it. Deep shot
for both of these teams.
So an 8-point game. Riley spinning away from Richardson, taking contact. As we cross the 13-minute mark in this first half, 8-point Illini lead. And look at what the freshman Riley has done. Backdoor! Almarcas gets a reset to Riley. 7 to shoot. Riley fires and sticks it.
We all need a break. Will Riley! I didn't know you.
Boswell to Riley, turns the corner. Here comes the freshman, puts it down, and contact. Will Riley with
a fake handoff, and Bryce Williams is all by himself.
Deep 3 for Will Riley. My goodness, from NBA range.
Kind of self-inflicted wound turnover for Illinois, just handling the ball. As Williams had Boswell on his hip, and a wild shot put over everything. And quickly, Riley, the lob underneath, finds Trey White. And Bryce Williams trying to drive the ball to the basket. Fred Hoiberg wanted a foul to no avail, but now Illinois is off to the races.
He's up and down, and we talked about it the last 4 games. They cut to the basket. Cut. Nice job.
Riley got the terrific pass. Riley and Mobley. Riley a 3.
That was the first look, Kevin, we saw the zone just then, and they really didn't communicate well on the perimeter just then. Possibly a 3-point play. Oh, look at him. He can sense what's going on right here, too. Nothing there, so he takes the...
And he's closing in on E.G. Liddell in terms of all-time Buckeye scoring.
And the leader, Clark. Yeah, the leader.
Right. Wow.
Whoa! Well, Thornton answers down the other end with his pull-up 3. And how about Riley answering down his side, possibly... We'll see if he can slide one down to the basket. There he goes now.
Riley again into 2 defenders.
Johnson going down the middle of the floor to Ohio State now. You have Riley driving it. Nice bump and go with his shot.
Fighting Illini on a 7-0 run.
He's got confidence.
Riley up high. Johnson will finish.
Yeah, you can see that Riley has the confidence right now to make the play, to make the shot for himself.
That's more impressive than if it looked pure.
Yeah, the margin for error is very slim. Way to go, Avi. Well, Riley inside makes it an 8-point ball game.
That spin move just changing direction.
7 of 23 from 3 on the season. Riley starts the second half on the floor. Nice find into Boswell.
Kind of a look what I found. Will Riley left his feet to pass.
Visic for 3. Humrickhouse has been all over the offensive glass. Riley now buries it.
But you've got multiple Illini going up to get that offensive rebound. Jonas and then the offensive glass paying off big time. Illinois, one of the best offensive rebounding teams.
And the switch, Riley, step back 3.
Riley's feeling it.
That is a degree of difficulty, 10 out of 10 right there.
Second half.
Man, these count here, and this is the second game we're in the second half. Will Riley has started to just take over. His confidence, he looks.
Illinois, Boswell, Yakachonis, they rebound the heck out of it. Riley inside, Johnson got space and jams it home. On the other end, though, Johnson strong.
And Will Riley setting the table beautifully here, and Morez Johnson knows exactly what to do with it. We've got a good one.
Good memories for Brad Underwood back here in the Twin Cities. There's Riley ducking under, blocked by Odicali. Another second chance here. Here's another fine pass. Riley to Davis here tonight. It's Riley. Pass. Takes it out. Humrick House lets it fly. His third. It's the 15th foul on the Gophers. Riley spins on Odicali. Wow, went left, one right, spun back left, and Riley. It's a five-star recruit and then some.
How about this drive by Riley? And make sure you put your fabric softener in the rinse cycle. Feel the contact, spin away, and it was a small thing, but an important.
Gophers haven't had a chance to really quiet Illinois down. Not too many stops in this end of the floor, and it doesn't dry up. It's been freshmen, some talented young Illinois freshmen.
I mean, Okadali is a very.
Davis for three.
Another assist from Riley.
Riley for three. My goodness. Good thing Ivisic did not fall off the elevated floor right there. That came close as he was saving that. That's the last thing that needs to happen to that young man. Riley, heat check time. And Brad Underwood just stays seated and says, yep, I'm going to watch this show. And the bench is loving it.
They've been able to get in the lane and score, which has allowed then the three-point shot to kind of come as this game is unfolded.
And look at the joy the young men in orange are showing and having tonight. Smiles about it for good reason. All this young talent. In the loss, though, at Purdue, Claude was great in the win in Champaign. Riley over Rigsby. Riley up to 27 points.
And they're just isolating him, let him go. And
Johnson, good hands defensively, has that stolen away. Yakachonis hits the deck. And they can run, and they will run. Easy two on the other end for Jake Davis as they take the trip across the country. Here's Boswell.
Oh, what a fake by Riley.
Riley with a little head fake and the finish.
Oh, man.
On the bench for now, Will Riley checks in for him. Riley with a great move. Outside, Riley to the rim.
Baseline, pure for Riley. O'Reilly.
O'Reilly, the outstanding freshman, able to create some space and show off.
Bobby Youngster, AJ Ford, I remember, no, Mario Andretti, I remember, had a great black and gold car, if I remember. Inside, Morez Johnson, and one.
And this is an excellent play out of the timeout.
Jonas is 6'6", folks. He's got incredible length. Riley, also tall drink of water, dumps it down, two-hand flush for Morez Johnson.
Opened up the pass inside, so you really don't want to help off the baseline unless it's necessary.
Fifth-year senior from the Twin Cities in Minnesota. Now Riley, NBA range, and he buries it. And the scoring
Creates a too far of a run out, and that's a wide open three that all the Wisconsin Badgers can make.
Badgers 6 of 11 from downtown. Riley hanging at the rim.
How talented is this kid?
That was a tough call where he got that flagrant two.
Nice.
Ivisic collects and scores at the rim. Will Riley turns the corner. Hayes, count it, and the foul.
How about the
hesitation move right there by Will Riley. I mean, he totally freezes Logi Dembele.
And Oregon goes to Wisconsin and gets a big upset there.
A road trip for them.
That was unbelievable, that finish. Jonas, or rather Humbrickhouse, his first bucket of them is back in the day.
It's been all about Illinois touching the pin. 3 of his last 17 from 3 over the last 3 games. All 3 of those makes coming in that Wisconsin game. Need him to be a shot maker. That's what he's on the floor for.
And there he saved it. And up ahead, Jonas leaves it for Riley.
For 3s. Humbrickhouse gets one to go. Kylan Boswell eyes up, unselfish play. One of those dudes that is going to get after it in practice every time you're out there. Honestly, the walk-ons are huge for these programs. They really are.
Is coming off his best game of the season. Now he is down low defending. Gale will try to penetrate and does, and knocked away by Will Riley. And the other way racing is Trey White, who played at Louisville and started at USC, 3rd pro. Wolf comes out on him. Riley is there. Ivisic the screen, leads the way, and he feeds with a Riley pass, which was pinpoint. Back to Russia during COVID, back here to the U.S., but has not been home since. Riley, Ivisic, and scoops to Riley inside, caught it, and a foul. Pretty back and forth, little 2-man game inside for the Illini.
And that's the, I mean, we've been talking about Ivisic and his...
Humbrickhouse the rebound. He's come up big in the second half for Illinois. Riley will slither, feeding Jonas. Great finish, but what a pass by Riley. And Riley has been at the very top of the attack. As they've cleaned the benches, giving these kids a chance to play. Keaton Kutcher played a couple years at South Dakota. Driving is Riley. In the corner, it's a 3, and it's good by Booth.
That is a 10-0 run for the Boilermakers now, and it is very quiet.
Nice pass, but again the cut. Ivisic in the right spot. Riley with the foul. When you leave your tree, generally it's a...
This is against the 10th best 2-point defense in the country. Purdue's getting all these layups.
Look at this nice cut again. They've done that terrific. Great read on the double. They came baseline. They thought they camouflaged it.
Riley shaking down the lane.
Nice pass.
And he got it to Ivisic.
Nice little delivery, soft enough. Good eye-hand coordination by the big guy.
This could be a one-possession game. Jonas steps back. He's closed out. Riley, step back. 3. Got it!
And he knew he had Smith. He knew he had 5 inches to spare.
His whole Purdue career, 8.5 assists every game.
It's just amazing. Look at the ability to shoot outside, closing that half, getting them in touch. Riley, big upside.
Purdue by 9. This is triple-double territory for Braden Smith tonight.
This is where they need Riley, and what a look here. Nice call by Brad out of the timeout. Double over the top. Oh.
Yeah, it's a good trip. That's a big win.
Or tough shot, but late in the shot clock. How about that? Really afraid to get that other foul. Tough for the big guy to get the vision. Well, this has been the trademark tonight. He just elevates over people and not.
Jonas puts his head down.
Again.
Riley reverse.
Boy, they have been magnificent reading. Great prep by the staff. Who's got the foul problems, but this has been most impressive. This is advantage number 7.
First came over to help. They'll skip it for White for the tie. It's good.
How about that cross court? That's why he turns his back on the inbounder.
Heidi has 4 fouls. Riley taking him to task.
He is excellent one-on-one.
Maybe he called Aaron Rodgers to see how he could accelerate the healing from last year.
Yeah, maybe.
Will Riley trying to find some room against Trey Horry. Illinois 6 of their last 8. Riley shovels it underneath for the 2-hand flush for Trey White.
Nobody guarding Trey White right there, and he just takes it to the rim. Very good cutter. Iowa not sure who they're guarding right there. Illinois taking advantage, and they're about to hang 50 on the Hawkeyes.
Timeout taken by Illinois. For Iowa, 24 for Boswell, pacing 5 in double figures for Illinois.
On the cut.
Riley to the rim with a two-hand flush. Just an understanding of what the opponent is going to give you and taking advantage of just that. But almost always at least one paint touch and then a hammer for Trey White. It's got a feel for Illinois like there's 6 or 7 players out there right now as Riley gets into the scoring column.
To get it going. Will Riley, terrific last night. 4 straight games in double figures. It's been a rough first half. One of the positives for the Illini has been that they have found opportunities there on the offensive boards.
And there's Will Riley at his best, getting downhill, going to the rim, and puts it in for one more. On a bounce, Riley.
Great help from Derek Queen. He's guarded Visic, and he takes away that cut from Riley.
And Riley has to force up a contested jumper. He's talented enough to hit it. He does.
Right there. That's a big-time shot. So many good teams. There's so much on the line. The Big Ten tournament, such a great event. Lived up to the billing here this year.
Will Riley sinks that three. No matter what happens, they don't take those down.
Think about who you have to beat to get there. With the way that the bracket shook out last night, it was the best teams that could be remaining.